At the beginning of the movie, we find ourselves in a school library. The man running the course is surprised that Raquel hasn't created anything, even though she signed up for such an unusual discipline. One of the participants snidely remarks that the heroine has written a short story but has just thrown it away. When another girl picks up the sheet, Raquel fearfully takes it away and hides it in her pocket. After class, angry with herself, the heroine reflects on the fact that it takes courage to create any story. That's why her story originally originated in her home. Raquel's modest dwelling is surrounded on all sides by the huge territory of the Hidalgo mansion. The heroine does not communicate with her neighbors, since they are the owners of a very large company, Alpha 3. Such a name it received because it was created by three brothers, Artemid, Apollo, and Ares, the main favorite of Raquel. The heroine literally became obsessed with the guy, began to save his photos and monitor social networks. Dear viewers, we have a new voiceover artist, David. Please vote on the quality of his work in the community section that you see in the picture. Thank you all very much for your time. One day, while adding new materials to her folder about Ares, Raquel suddenly realizes that her internet is crashing. Looking out of the window, the heroine sees Apollo, who thanks her for the opportunity to use the internet. The guy explains to the bewildered Raquel that Ares told him that the girl gave them her password. During the night, the heroine wakes up to strange music. Looking out the window again, Raquel notices a laptop and her neighbor. Ares says that he will turn off the music, but he is not going to stop using the internet. The next day at school, Raquel sneaks into the stadium grounds and watches a guy practice in the pouring rain. After class, the drenched heroine continues to follow Ares, keeping her distance. Getting lost, Raquel loses sight of the guy and falls into a puddle. Ares finds the heroine and asks why she is following him. Raquel tries to deny everything, but the guy tells her that he hacked into her computer and found a lot of interesting things there. Ares offers to go to him, but the heroine declares that she has a different goal. Raquel wants the guy to fall in love with her for real. The heroine asks to walk her home, and Ares agrees though, having set his price, a kiss. Back home, Raquel disconnects her router and wakes up in the night from the noise. Ares sneaks into her room, turns on the internet, and lightly teases the heroine. Meanwhile, Raquel's friend Yoshi steals her keys for her and brings them to the girl's workplace. When Ares notices her in the crowd, she hides and then pretends that she just dropped something. The guy invites Raquel to a party and lets her take Yoshi with her. However, in the evening, the heroine appears in the club with Daniela. The girl is seized by the feeling of celebration and she briefly leaves Raquel alone. The heroine finds Ares on the street and a kind of revenge for what happened during the night. In a bar, Raquel talks to Apollo and treats him to a drink. Because of this, the guy feels bad and the heroine decides to take him home. However, Apollo asks not to do this and stays the night at Raquel's. The guy asks about Daniela, whom he really liked. Meanwhile, Ares sneaks into the room through the window and decides to keep an eye on his brother. The guy tells the girl that they shouldn't drink since their grandfather lost his life from it. Ares lies down next to Apollo, deciding to sleep until his father returns. The guy suggests Raquel to lie down as well, as she is probably tired. When the heroine turns her back to him, Ares starts stroking her legs. The next day, Raquel tells her friend about everything. Daniela becomes delighted and says that Ares definitely likes the heroine. After school, together with Yoshi, Raquel decides to study. On her bed, she finds a strange bag. Inside it, the heroine discovers an expensive phone that Ares bought to make up for what Apollo did to the old one. Raquel grabs the gift and walks over to Ares, feeling a slight thrill. The heroine leaves the phone with the guy and is about to leave, however, he does not let her go. Ares asks for his promised kiss, and it grows into something more. Raquel admits that she hasn't been that close to anyone yet, but that's not a problem. Ares plays night games with the girl, after which he becomes very cold to her again. This hurts Raquel very much. She throws away the phone she was given and goes home. Her mother and Yoshi's questions only anger Raquel, who wants to be alone and forget her humiliation. Meanwhile, Ares, who is playing a video game, finds the heroine's pendant on the couch. In her room, Raquel opens a story but is unable to continue it due to intense anger. In a writing class, the heroine receives a photo of her pendant from Ares. After class, Raquel revisits the manor, eager to take back what is hers. The heroine sits silently by the pool and plays I Never with the others. After pushing her into the water, Ares offers to go up to the house to change clothes and solve the problem with the pendant. There, the guy starts hitting on Raquel again, and she reciprocates. In the morning, Ares wakes up in the arms of the heroine and tries to carefully get free from them. Waking up, Raquel learns that the guy asked her to leave. Ares himself feels very bad and confused, which the rest of his brothers notice. Raquel returns home and watches horror movies with Yoshi. To support her friend, the guy invites her to a party. Daniela also tries to help Raquel, but upsets her a little by starting a relationship with Apollo. Noticing Ares on the balcony, the heroine asks to go somewhere else and drinks a lot. Raquel never manages to relax at the party, and together with Yoshi, she sneaks into the pool. When the guy falls into the water, he notices strange black spots. Raquel gets very frightened and asks her friend to get out and leave the place soon. Meanwhile, Ares breaks up with his next girlfriend and does not invite her to his place. At night, the guy hears strange noises outside and sees a drunk Raquel. Ares brings her to the room and, upon request, tells her about his childhood. It turns out that the guy thought his family was perfect and then learned about his mother's infidelity and then his father. After that, Ares began to believe that love is a weakness that only hurts people. Raquel is sure that the guy has never fallen in love, but he denies it. In the morning, the heroine sees that Ares deleted 2 sent messages. Raquel wants to text him, but then hesitates. Ares sees this and then has a serious talk with his father. The latter demands that his son leave the girl alone and pay more attention to his studies. However, during the match, Ares dedicates the scored goal to the heroine. The guy finds Raquel in the library and tries to talk to her. Ares behaves very calmly, apologizes for what happened between them, and offers to try everything again. In response, the heroine snickers and walks away, but the guy doesn't leave her alone. Ares offers to set up a date and go to the masquerade together on Saturday. Yoshi watches the guy and Raquel's tense dialogue. The heroine agrees to give Ares a second chance and go on a date. When she returns to the library, she does not find Yoshi there. Raquel tries to talk to her friend about what happened. Yoshi finally confesses his feelings to the heroine and says that he doesn't want to feel needed only when Ares leaves her. Before the masquerade, Raquel dresses up as a witch, since that's what her boyfriend sometimes calls her. Ares, on the other hand, picks a costume based on his name. Instead of the masquerade, the heroine is brought to the office of Alpha 3, which she compares to Olympus. Ares admits that he has read Raquel's work and thinks that it should not be hidden from the others. The heroine is surprised to see plaid and food right on the roof. The first date goes well, as do the subsequent ones. Ares again achieves the heroine's favor, and they constantly spend time together. However, because of this, the guy begins to have problems with his family. Ares' father Juan, as well as his older brother Artemide, does not support his relationship with the heroine. Angry, the guy decides not to follow his father's plan and gets the same job as Raquel. By chance, Artemide finds out about his brother's job. Ares does not give up and decides to come with Raquel to the business reception. The heroine is very nervous, realizing that the guy has not told about her to his parents, who ignore her. Noticing her mother among the waitresses, Raquel finally loses her temper, quarrels with Ares, and runs away from the reception. Artemide believes that his brother has been cruel, as he has only brought her to annoy his father. At home, Raquel feels betrayed and humiliated, and is unable to express this through creativity. Yoshi, as promised, does not support the heroine when he learns that she has broken up with Ares again. At work, Raquel tries to avoid the guy to avoid hurting herself. Ares tries to establish a relationship with the heroine and invite her to the prom. However, Raquel still distrusts the guy and refuses. At home, the heroine cries because she wants to be with Ares, but she is afraid of it. Raquel's mother supports her and asks that her daughter pull herself together. If the heroine really wants to be with Ares, she should go and talk to him right now. Artemide won't let Raquel in the house as they are having dinner, but the heroine sends a message to Ares and goes to the prom. A little nervous, the heroine stands apart from everyone as the guy rushes towards her with all his legs. Ares manages to get to the entrance, but Yoshi stops him. Because of Raquel, the guys fight in the pool. Ares falls down. In the pool, chlorine, to which the boy is allergic, begins to leak into the pool. Frightened, Yoshi decides to run away from the pool. When Raquel sees him, she apologizes for her behavior and tells him that he is the only one who has always understood and loved her. Yoshi does confess what happened to Ares, and the heroine rushes to his aid. Together with his entire family, Raquel arrives at the hospital. The doctor tells her that Ares has suffered a severe anaphylactic shock and is now in intensive care. Juan is angry with the heroine, but her mother stands up for her daughter. Raquel continues to write the story of her love and realizes that in fact, love smells not of roses, but of chlorine, fear, anger, and powerlessness. The heroine spends a lot of time near Aries, writing down her thoughts and experiences. When the guy comes to his senses, Raquel rejoices greatly and kisses him. After 2 weeks, Aries is discharged from the hospital and he spends an amazing and love-filled summer with the heroine. What happened at the pool also changed the Hidalgo families. They stopped confusing family and business and accepted their son's decision to follow his dreams and goals. Aries flies off to study in Stockholm, and Raquel finally gains strength and publishes her book. The heroine continues her relationship with Aries and is happy when he visits her. This is the end of the movie. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. Give this video a like. Write in the comments what you think about this movie, and see you in new videos.